First thing I'm going to do is, because everybody's at different stages, I'm just going to give a quick little refresher on what we do with marketing and sales. And the best way I know how to do that is to draw what is called a sales funnel. As you go down this funnel, you're transitioning from marketing to sales. And I'm just going to draw this. The top one is brand awareness. Interest, consideration, intent, evaluation, and finally, purchase. And there's another one that's people have added that I really like, which is loyalty. Somebody answer this question. What's something you have recently bought online? Baby clothes. Okay, where did you go? Online. First of all, in order to buy any brand, you have to be aware that it exists. Brand awareness. And then you see these different brands and then it's, okay, I'm interested. Now, okay, I'm interested in this particular brand. So now you are considering this brand. And now you have intent to buy. Okay, and then the last stage before you purchase, evaluation. You might say, okay, I really like this one over here, but I also like this one. So you're weighing your options. And finally, you hit the purchase. If that business sends it to you on time, if you like the packaging, if you like the material, guess what? You're going to be a loyal customer. Keep coming back. We do the exact same thing as agency owners. This is how we are attracting our ideal clients with the sales funnel. It does not matter what you're selling. Could be a product, could be a service, could be low ticket, could be high ticket. It's all going to be using this funnel. Dr. Jeff had no idea I was going to be talking about this. I didn't know what he was going to be talking about this morning, and he mentioned a very important word called proximity. Proximity is so important in order for us to sell. One, for us to market our services, and then secondly, for us to sell. We have to be in proximity to our prospects. What is the closest proximity that you can be with another person? Boom. We're doing it right now. I'm so excited to meet a lot of you in person that I've seen online, but I've seen you in 2D. This is 3D. This is so fun because we are in the closest proximity as we can be. It's face-to-face. Second one down. That's what I just said. You know, if I can't be in the room with you, well, guess what? We can do training, we can talk, we can be on video conferencing. I get to see you, you get to see me. So you got video, you got audio. Very, very important if I can't be in the same room. Okay, and this is not like a bad or a good. This is just proximity. And now underneath this is a phone call. I don't see you on this, right? But I can still hear emotions. I can hear inflections in voices. So phone calls are still in the middle of the proximity chain, right? Next up is going to be text messages. Many of you know, slide into those DMs, direct message people online and social media. And then last but not least, what's the coldest form of, there you go, email. Depending on your personality type, you are going to choose you're most comfortable with one of these methods. Introverts might want to be down here, right? DMing, emailing, and then extroverts, maybe type A personalities, hey, just get me in the room, right? I'm going to wing it. I don't even need to be prepared. Like, just get me in the room, I'm going to sell. What I have found is when you're out of your comfort zone, you're more focused. You're actually following directions more when you're out of your comfort zone. You may find that that's a better way for you to prospect. You get more clients. I don't know that. You don't know that yet until you actually start doing it. The LOOMinator outreach strategy. There was a reason why we did the basics here so that I can get into this. This is a very tactical strategy. This is an outreach strategy. The reason why it's so important that I drew this is because it instantly is going to take you from one of these guys way down here all the way up into the number 2 spot, which is very important because of proximity. You can use this exact script. That is fine. It works. I know that it works. But always you want to put your personality into things. You know, if you're a goofball, be a goofball all along the way, because if somebody sees you as a very serious, person with something like this, and then you get on camera or you start trying to sell them, and you're a goofball, it doesn't add up, right? Just be yourself. Number one thing I could tell you with this. So let's just see what this says. Hey, name. Obviously, every time you see the brackets, you're going to fill that in with real stuff. So, hey, Dr. Bob, I was doing some research for a client and came across your website for what the name of their business is. If you say, hey, I had to look at your Facebook page. They don't have a Facebook page, obviously they're not going to reply because you don't want to lie here. You want to actually do the work. And have some ideas for you. Is it okay if I send a quick video? Kind regards, or talk soon, whatever you want to say there sincerely, your name. If they do reply, this is what the next step is in the LOOMinator strategy. Dr. Bob, here's the brief video I mentioned. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. And you're going to put the link to the Loom video, and we're going to discuss these. Is the pixel on their site? Okay, again, you can check this with another Chrome extension, the Pixel Helper. You're doing market research on a particular person, but guess what? They've asked you. They've given you permission to do this, which is great because anybody who replies. Second, are they running ads? Okay, and I get this all the time. Oh, I went after this company, but it looks like they're already running ads, so I'll just keep moving on. I'm like, whoa, why would you move on? Somebody that's running ads tells you multiple things instantly. One, they believe in marketing. They're already running ads. That's a good thing. 2, they're spending money online, right? 3, you have no idea the relationship they have with whoever is currently doing their marketing. It could be terrible. They could be doing it themselves. They don't want to do it themselves. They want to free up their time. They would love to hire you. So don't just think because somebody's running ads or doing marketing that they're not a good target. They're a great target. And then I have a few other ideas. This is something that you're going to write in text and you're going to say. I have a few other ideas I'd love to share, but I'd like to learn more about your business. Put the business name there. 5-10 minutes, schedule a call by clicking the link in the first comment below. So the goal of any good prospecting and what we do is to get this individual onto the intro call so you can start the sales process. Okay, so you're hooking them, you're trying to attract them, and this is a very quick way, proximity-wise, how to attract them. The second thing, step 4A, are they running ads? If you have never gone to facebook.com/ads/library, you're welcome. I am what's known as a funnel hacker. I love looking at what all the competition on both levels. A lot of times, those of you that know, when I train, I talk about 2 levels. There's always your agency level, and then there's 2 levels down. So agency level is we're going after clients. Once we get them as clients, we're helping them find their clients or their patients or their next job or whatever. So this works on both levels. The ad library, you go in here, you click on all ads, and then you search for businesses in your niche. You can type in your niche, and you're going to instantly see all of the ads that are running. If you have a case study, okay, a generic case study, hey, there's other clients, in your industry that are running these ads, and this is the type of thing that's possible with the clients that I've taken on, the clients at my team. Script is huge, y'all. We are Douglas and Dr. Jeff talked about us as a team. We're a team. So those of you think, I don't have any case studies yet. Your team has lots of case studies. Look around you. There's case studies all over the place that you can leverage with the academy, with your peers. So these case studies you can pull up. If you don't have one, you can skip it. It's not the end all be all, but once you get your first client, you start getting them results, guess what? That's a case study you can always use. Those of you know this story, my first client was a CrossFit gym. Didn't know what the heck I was doing. I went through the modules, I learned from the academy, got this training. I walked in on day 4 to a CrossFit gym, knowing about maybe 50% of the knowledge that was like a fire hose to me. And I said, hey, you the owner? He was sweeping. This was in between like CrossFit classes. I just caught him on my lunch break in my retail outfit. Like, hey, you the owner? He's like, yes. I said, I would love to fill this gym with new members. You got 5-10 minutes, I can tell you how I'll do it. He looked at me, he's like, let's go in my office. I mean, exactly. He just knew, like something in my eyes. He's like, oh, okay, he's serious. Let's go in my office. And I basically drew him like a funnel. I got to the end of this thing. Remember, this is a fire hose of information. I'm just throwing stuff out there. He gets to the end, he's like, I don't really understand a lot of what you just said, but you're clearly excited about this. Let's do it. And I got my first client on day 4. So about 2 weeks in having this client, I get a text from him. It was working brilliantly. The exact same funnel that I used from the academy, same image, same copy. I didn't change a thing because I didn't know any better. I'm like, I'm just going to use this. I know it works. He starts getting lead after lead after lead, and he himself was a good salesperson. And if you know anything about the CrossFit, a free week in the gym is the offer. So he's getting all these people coming in for this free week, and then he was a good salesperson. He was flipping them into 6-month memberships. He was making a killing. He texted me and said, Evan, I feel like we have a hack to the business world. I use that to this day. That was 4 years ago. I use that case study. I use that testimonial to this day because it's so cool, right? Like he was so happy. I was too. So case studies are very important. Next is intrigue them to book a call. Okay, I showed you that last one talked about, hey, I've got other stuff. Like you're trying to tell them, hey, I've got these ideas. I've got all of these things that I would love to see you implement in your business because I know they're going to work for you. If you have 5-10 minutes, I would love to share those things with you, right? You get them on that call, and that call is the intro call, which is all about asking questions, getting the right information from them so that you can get them to the next stage of sales. Implement and then track it, okay? You sending out willy-nilly 50 emails one day, 10 emails the next day, not tracking anything, very quickly you're going to lose steam and you're going to be confused. Like, did he reply to me? Did she reply to me? Like, what's the next step here? Track it. These are goals that I've come up with for the LOOMinator strategy. These are very realistic and extremely conservative goals. The goal is 10% response rate for the first email. You send out 100 emails, you got 10 people saying, okay, I'll bite. What's the idea you had? Okay, now I'm doing 10 videos. From those 10 videos, 20% response rate for the LOOM. Okay, so that's 2. So here's another example. 1,000 emails go out, you're going to end up with 20 booked calls. You know, that's realistic, that's conservative. So what's your close rate? What does this mean? Well, out of 1,000 emails that I send, trickling down to those that will 200, okay, that will, let's say 10, it's 100 people will say, you know what, go ahead, send me a video. Of the 100 people, only 20 book a call with me. So how many of those people can I close out of 20? Okay, the last time that I looked at my conversion rate, it was 26%. So 26%, we'll just take it down. Okay, we'll go to 2 instead of rounding up to 3 like I probably should. We'll go to 2. So out of 20 booked calls, 20% is 4 new clients. Okay, on average, most of your industries, they're paying you $4,000 a month. Okay, you're making approximately half of that. So 2,000 times 4 is 8,000 times 12 just made you $96,000 without pulling too many teeth and just because of simple math. Okay, per year, as long as you have these as clients. Okay, the advanced LOOMinator ad strategy, so this is next level for some of you that have already run your own ads, is to retarget page views but no call. Okay, those that you actually get to your landing page but actually don't book a call, you can then retarget them with an ad. Say, hey, what happened? You know, I sent you that video. I know you watched my Loom. You know, what's going on? I'd love to get on a call with you. I've got so many other cool strategies I want to use to help fill up your, you know, whatever. Be niche specific in your verbiage all the way through. Okay, troubleshooting. You know, not everything's perfect. It's not going to go off without a hitch. So sometimes it happens. So email not being opened. Okay, that's when you're going to split test the subject line. Okay, if you're sending out 1,000 emails, my advice is not to send all 1,000 emails with the exact same subject line. Why? Because what if it falls on deaf ears? Subject line is the first line of defense, right? They're either going to click or not click to open that email. So I would split it. You know, do 500 and 500 and go very opposite in your subject line. So here's a couple examples here of things that I would potentially use for this strategy. There's something I must tell you about your website. Okay? And then those of you that have the ability to write the preview text, if you ever open up Gmail and you go into your emails, you're going to see the subject line, and then underneath that, you're going to see little preview text. Well, if you have the ability to manipulate what the preview text looks like, you want to do something that stops them in their tracks. And doing little dots like this is always good. Why? Because they're going to look at their huge email, and a lot of these are business owners, so they get hundreds of emails per day. So you're going to look at this thing, and that's going to stick out to them. Emojis is another thing you might want to test out. Emojis stick out like a sore thumb, right? Use emojis. I'm just giving you lots of cool little tricks here. I do agree with Dr. Jeff where my dad used to say the same thing. Don't learn the tricks of the trade, learn the trade. So this is all assuming you've learned the trade. Okay, now I'm giving you some of the tricks that you can use as a cherry on top. Number one thing about getting clients, one of the most important factors of that is relationship building. We're selling based on our relationships. The closer we can get in proximity, the more of a relationship we're going to have with people, the more apt they are going to be when they need marketing services, whether it's now or in 3 months from now. Who do you think they're going to think of? How about the guy or the girl that took the time out of their day to talk to them about a strategy, to show them that they were an expert simply by showing, hey, I see you're not running any ads. You know, I just want to say, like, it's so important to run ads these days online. You know, I also want to show you this case study. Here's a client that's running ads. This is what's possible. I'd love to jump on a call with you, right? Like you're just intriguing them to, okay, you know what, I'll bite. This person put some time in. Yeah, there's lots of prospecting strategies outside of this where I heard one the other day that was really good, that you send one shoe to the business owner and in the note just say, hey, I just want to get my foot in the door. That's pretty smart, right? Okay. Open rates are good, but few replies. Okay, so they're opening the email, which means, okay, good. I don't have to keep fooling with the subject line. They're opening it. It works. But now when they get there, they're not taking action. They're not replying. Change up the copy, the body copy. Don't make it so plain. Make it more sound like you. Okay, give them a little personal story in there. You know, intrigue them to want to reply to you to get that Loom video from you. And then how about the Looms being viewed, but few but called? The Loom, when you go to loom.com and you see all your videos, it tells you how many views. You know, people comment on them. You can see that. When somebody comments on my Looms, I get an email about it. It's pretty sweet, right? Because I want to know when somebody views something and comments, because what if it's a question? I want to be Johnny on the spot. Hey, you know what? I got your answer right here. Let's jump on a quick call. Okay? And the whole goal, let's get into the intro call. Follow up. Follow up. Like Jared said, 15 to 20 touch points is going to take quite a bit of follow-up to get to that number, right? Those of you thinking, you know what, I sent 2 emails to this person, this business owner. He's my ideal client, but I sent him 2 emails, he didn't respond. It's nowhere near enough, right? Let's follow up. And let's jump around here. You know, there's a strategy within the strategy that you have to find what works best for you. I know a student very recently, within the last couple of months, got his first client by sending an email, 2 hours later, following up with a phone call, referencing the email that he sent 2 hours ago. It was brilliant. It's a very cool strategy. He's like, hey, you know, this is so-and-so with so-and-so agency. Just want to make sure you got that email I sent a couple hours ago. People don't like to be embarrassed about, well, I haven't checked my email. I don't know. Oh, okay, well, hey, tell me a little bit about you. Like, they'll almost want you to talk about yourself just so that they're like, I didn't see the email, you know? And if you call them with confidence, as if they should be talking to you already, like that helps a lot too. So you're always trying to cut down on the number of touch points to get them as a client. In order to get to the 26 yeses, I had to sit through 74 no's. 74 business owners said, no, Evan, no thank you, I'm out. Keep persisting, right? Because the 26 is well worth the 74 no's. But that's going back to Dr. Jeff with the champion's mind. That's what it takes to not get down on yourself hearing 74 no's, right? Because I don't know where those yeses are going to come in. They're not going to come in at the beginning, right? I could go through 50 no's first before I start getting those 26s.